This is Dr. Prasanna Kumar JB, working as an assistant professor in Government First Grade College, Tumkur. This is the fifth video class in wave motion for Tumkur University and Tumkur. 4 SEM students. Here in this class, we have to derive the expression for normal modes of a vibrating string. They may ask you a question like this: derive an expression for normal frequencies of a vibrating string. That is, to obtain the expression for fundamental frequency, first overtone, second overtone, like that. Otherwise, we have to derive the expression for first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic, etc. To derive the expression, let us consider a string of length L which is fixed between the points A and B. P be a point, P be a middle point at which the length of the string, the string is plucked such a way that the wave is produced from A to B and gets reflected at B and move towards A. These two waves gets superimposed and formed a new type of wave called stationary wave. Here, to discuss these modes of vibration, let me consider what we call that the differential wave equation. The differential wave equation is given by del square y by delta t squared is equal to v squared into del square y by delta x squared. In our lower classes, we have derived the expression for the velocity, that is v squared is equal to t by m, otherwise v is equal to square root of t by m, where v is known as velocity of the wave, t is known as tension in the string, m is known as mass per unit length. Hence, this is the differential wave equation which is moving along x direction at any instant of time t second. We can write the general solution for this equation. The general solution for this equation is given by y is equal to f1 vt minus x plus f2 into vt plus x. In our last class, we have written the expression for the displacement of a wave which is moving along positive x direction, that is y1 is equal to f1 into vt minus x. The wave which is moving along negative x direction is given by f2 into vt plus x. That is y is equal to y1 plus y2. We can write like this. Hence, both the wave execute simple harmonic motion. We can write y is equal to a sin 2 pi by lambda vt minus x, which is the wave moving along positive x direction. A dash sin 2 pi by lambda vt plus x, which is the wave moving along negative x direction with an amplitude a dash. A is the amplitude of the wave which is moving along positive x direction. A dash is the amplitude of the wave which is moving along negative x direction. By applying the boundary condition, when x is equal to 0 at this point, when x is equal to 0, y should be 0. Hence, the equation 2 can be written as 0 is equal to a sin 2 pi by lambda vt plus a dash sine 2 pi by lambda Vt. Sine 2 pi by lambda Vt, sine 2 pi by lambda Vt can be taken out. A plus a dash sine 2 pi by lambda Vt is equal to 0. Hence, a plus a dash is equal to 0. Hence, a dash should be equal to minus a. That is, this is plus a, this is minus a. Both are having the same amplitude. By substituting this a dash is equal to minus a in equation 2, we can write y is equal to a sine 2 pi by lambda Vt minus x minus a sine 2 pi by lambda Vt plus x. A can be taken out. Y is equal to a into sine 2 pi by lambda Vt minus x minus sine 2 pi by lambda Vt plus x. Using the relation sin c minus sin d, we can modify this equation as y is equal to minus 2a sin 2 pi x by lambda cos 2 pi Vt by lambda. Again, by applying the boundary condition, when x is equal to L, means x is equal to L from here to here, x is equal to L from here to here. What happens the equation? Then y is equal to 0. If the particle moved from here to here, the resultant displacement at this point is 0. Resultant displacement at this point is also 0. Strain is maximum. Amplitude is 0. Then equation 3, this equation can be written as 0 is equal to minus 2a sin 2 pi L by lambda x is equal to L cos 2 pi Vt by lambda. This holds good for all values of t. At any instant of time, t second, it means sin 2 pi L by lambda should be 0. I mean 2 pi L divided by lambda should be n is equal to x, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Lambda is equal to 2L divided by n. Lambda is equal to 2L divided by n. If f is the frequency of vibration of a string, then the fundamental relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength of a wave is given by V is equal to f lambda or f is equal to V divided by lambda. We have written the expression V is equal to square root of t by m, lambda is equal to 2L by n. Substituting for V and lambda, we can write the expression as f is equal to nv by 2L, that is V is square root of t by m. The expression for the fundamental frequency is obtained, that is f is equal to n divided by 2L into square root of t by m. This is the expression for fundamental frequency of a vibrating string, or normal frequencies or normal modes of the string. If n is equal to 1, then we can write f is equal to 1 by 2L into square root of t by m. If n is equal to 1, we can write f1 is equal to 1 by 2L into square root of t by m. This is called fundamental frequency. If n is equal to 2, f2 is equal to 2 by 2L into square root of t by m is called first overtone. If n is equal to 3, then F3 is equal to 3 divided by 2L square root of T by M. This is known as second overtone. This is the expression for fundamental frequency. This is the expression for first overtone. This is the expression for second overtone. Otherwise, ratio of these frequencies F1, F2 and F3 can be written as 1:2:3, etc. F1 is to F2 is to F3, etc. is equal to 1:2:3, where F1 is known as fundamental frequency, F2 is known as first overtone, F3 is known as second overtone. These are known as harmonics of the string. This F1 is known as fundamental frequency, 1/2L into square root of T by 2 by M. F is equal to 1/2L into square root of T by M. This is also known as first harmonic. F2 is equal to 2 divided by F2 is equal to 2 divided by 2L. F2 is equal to 2 divided by 2L square root of T by M. This is known as what you call that first overtone or second harmonic. Similarly, F3 is equal to 3 divided by 2L square root of T by M is called second overtone or third harmonic. If I substitute and simplify for L, N is equal to N into lambda divided by 2L, where N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. L is equal to lambda by 2. If L is equal to lambda by 2, then we are going to get F1. F1 means fundamental frequency. Otherwise, first harmonic. We can write the distance between two notes or distance between any two consecutive antinodes is known as lambda by 2. That is, we can obtain like this: distance between any two consecutive nodes or antinodes should be lambda by 2. Therefore, this is known as what you call that first harmonic. L is equal to lambda by 2. Similarly, L is equal to 2 lambda by 2 is known as second harmonic or first overtone. This is second harmonic or first overtone. In this, we are going to get L is equal to lambda. Lambda, that is we can write like this. This is known as second harmonic. Distance between two nodes, any two consecutive nodes is lambda by 2. Any two consecutive nodes is lambda by 2. Finally, we can write lambda. Similarly, if F3, L is equal to 3 into lambda by 2, F3 is 3 divided by 2L into square root of T by M. That is known as third harmonic or second overtone. Hence, we can write like this. This is 1 lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2. That is, L is equal to 3 lambda by 2. This is known as third harmonic. Hence, the derivation. That is, here we have derived the expression for first harmonic, fundamental frequency. Second harmonic, first overtone. Third harmonic, second overtone. We have derived the expression for first harmonic, second harmonic and third harmonic. Hence the proof. In this, they may ask you the question like this: write the laws of vibration on a string. To explain the laws of vibration, to write the laws of vibration on a string, Let us consider the fundamental frequency f is equal to 1 by 2L into square root of t by m. The first law is known as law of length. To explain, to write this law, consider f is inversely proportional to L. If f is inversely proportional to L, I mean the law of length is like this. Fundamental frequency is inversely proportional to length if and only if tension in the string and mass per unit length of the string remains constant. Similarly, the second law is known as law of tension. To explain the law of tension, consider the fundamental frequency f is equal to 1 by 2L into square root of t by m. F is directly proportional to square root of t. The law is like this. Fundamental frequency is directly proportional to square root of its tension if and only if the length of the string and mass per unit length of the string remains constant. Finally, the third law is known as law of mass. To understand the law of mass, consider the fundamental frequency f is equal to 1 by 2L into square root of t by m. We can write f is inversely proportional to square root of m. That is, fundamental frequency is inversely proportional to square root of mass per unit length if and only if length of the string and tension in the string remains constant. These three laws are known as laws of vibration on a string. Thank you one and all.